People often ask me, Shao Liu, are you infighting internally? To be honest, there used to be a lot of internal conflict, but nearing 50, she's much better. How did they do it? Not to force yourself to be a chicken soup. It's about truly thinking it through. Those negative emotions that drain you internally. How did it come about? In fact, there are 4 kinds of people, especially prone to internal friction and negative emotions. Anxiety, regret, frustrated, feeling wronged, unable to tell the difference. It will be impossible to get out of the inside now. This video, let's do a self-diagnosis together. 1. Anxiety is the worry about something bad that hasn't happened yet. The main point hasn't happened yet. For example, you always feel like the company is about to collapse. He himself was about to be laid off. I saw the boss didn't greet you today. I just feel it's over. Something must have been done wrong. I will come for a discussion this afternoon. Actually, maybe he just forgot to bring his contact lenses. Then you fall into endless internal conflict. Oh dear, I'm going to be laid off. What should I do? What should I do? This is called anxiety. Anxiety makes you worry about bad things that might happen. Prepare in advance. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, our ancestors lived in primeval forests. Suddenly, the grass rustled all over. The optimists thought it was fine. The wind blows. As a result, a saber-toothed tiger pounced out. He took his lunch on the spot. What about the anxious group? Holding a spear. My heart raced. Always ready to run. So he survived. And the mistake of modern people is replace preparation with anxiety. For example, repeated anxiety. What if you off? But my resume has never been updated. Actually, it's a way to cope with anxiety. Ask yourself, what exactly are I worried about? Can you write down 3 preparatory actions? The nature of anxiety. He told you to go ahead and hold an umbrella, not to let you wait until the rain comes. First, take an X-ray ray of yourself. 2. Regret is the dwelling on bad things that have already happened. The key point has already been made. For example, if you had known earlier, back then, they bought Nvidia stock. If only I had started a business and opened this coffee shop earlier. If only I could come here again. I absolutely wouldn't do that. Then they fell into endless internal conflict. Sigh. If only he had thought it through back then. That's what you call regret. Regret forces you to summarize your experience, not falling into the same pit twice. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, the 2 ancestors went hunting together. One is called the heartless type. One is called the regret faction. They passed through a swamp and were all bitten by crocodiles. This time, the 2 of them passed through the swamp again. Carefree and carefree, healing scars and forgetting pain. He thought there probably wouldn't be any crocodiles this time. Decades later, excitedly, they pounded on the wheelchair. What about the regret faction? You walk alone. Don't take me with you. That gene is called regret, shouting in his mind. Don't run away under any circumstances. Decades later, he was facing the carefree wheelchair, moving like a flying arrow. And the mistake of modern people is replace review with regret. Repeated drills. If only it had been back then, but never summarizing the logic behind that wrong decision. He wanted to go back in time and change history, instead of standing here to change the future. Ways to deal with regret. Ask yourself, can we learn from this matter? Summarize several principles that will be useful in the future. The essence of regret is telling you to watch the road next time, not to sit in a mud pit you've fallen into, to question the rain that has already fallen. 3. Frustration. It is the pain of not being able to change the current situation. Key point: powerless to help. For example, all directions are the same. Business is still declining. Working desperately. They couldn't even afford a single toilet in Shanghai. Running crazily for less than 2 weeks. As soon as it rose, it actually gained weight. The opening line is that I really did my best, but I am powerless. Then they fell into endless internal conflict. Oh my God, why am I so useless? This is what we call frustration. But why is this happening? Frustration is your genes that light up a dead-end card, or change the approach, or cut your losses in time. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, the ancestor encountered a fierce horse in the forest. Never speak of defeat, even if he only had a small wooden stick in his hand. As long as you fight like a dog, you can take down any of them. But then he was trampled into a specimen by the fierce horse Xiang. Frustration shot. I've used up all the spear traps. Welding cannot move even a single inch of the elephant. He lowered his head. He turned and retreated back to the cave. Still feels more comfortable on the heavier ground. And the mistake of modern people is treat frustration as a complete denial of yourself. The method doesn't work. That doesn't mean you're incapable. But many people, in order to preserve that fragile pride, he stubbornly refused to admit that this road was impassable. Ways to cope with frustration. It's about completely separating you from your methods. Let me write objectively. What efforts have you made toward this goal? Is there really no other way? The essence of frustration is to make you take a turn, not to let you crash into the south wall. And at the same time, he started to question the meaning of his own life. 4. Feeling wronged. It is under the rules. The pain caused by the imbalance between effort and reward. Key point: effort and reward are not equal. For example, A major project has landed. You are trying your best to make amends, but the one who stirred up trouble shifted the blame onto you. A year of hard work. The boss is an outstanding employee. He gave him a flattery for daily jokes. Come to this matter. I clearly followed the rules. Why was it me who got hurt? Then they fell into endless internal conflict. This world is just too unfair. What's the point of being a good person? This is what grievance is. Feeling wrong. It's the discovery of genes. You are treated unfairly, but when you can't afford to offend them, forcing you to shut down your phone. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, the ancestors went out hunting together. The hardliners believe, why should I be at the very front when dividing the meat? But the chieftain gave the pig's leg to his cousin, but he did not submit. Duel. But the chieftain cracked the gourd with a single stone axe. The aggrieved faction also saw the injustice. Tears welled up in her eyes, but he glanced at the stone axe in the chief's hand, silently ate the meatless piece of pig's neck bone. And modern people's mistakes are moments, using grievances to maintain unfair cooperation. Modern society, no one would really fight you, but I still prefer to endure it. I just can't shake the feeling. As long as I give in enough, the other person will have a pang of conscience. Next time, let's make the cake fairer. No. It won't. Ways to cope with grievances. It's about not tolerating or giving in anymore. Highlight the bottom line. Ask yourself, can you write about effort and reward? The objective facts of a serious imbalance have already become serious. The essence of grievance is to renegotiate, not to hold onto a shrinking cake, to move a scoundrel who breaks his contract. To sum up, did you notice? Anxiety, regret, frustration, grievance. These are the internal frictions that cause you pain. In fact, it's all an alarm system left to us by our genes. It's not your fault. So what's the point of understanding these things? I think next time you're caught up in internal conflict, at least you can do these two things. First, ask yourself, what troubles me is anxiety, regret, frustration, or grievance? Second, silently repeat this phrase to yourself. Don't replace preparation with anxiety. Don't replace review with regret. Don't mistake frustration for failure. Don't use grievances as a way to support thugs. Let's encourage each other. Follow you run, lowering the cognitive barrier for business.